First off, Drey, what is life like for you right now? What kind of limbo is a minor league baseball player stuck in?
Yeah, it's a crazy time right now. Just going through something that's kind of got thrown on us pretty quick, and I think this might be the first like actual year that I'm not playing baseball at this time. So it's kind of this whole coronavirus thing. It's bigger than sports right now. We have to take it kind of serious. So just trying to get through all this stuff and then so we can get right back on the field. But in the meantime, still getting my work in. It's hard to get the workout part in with no gyms being open, so it's all body weight kind of stuff that I'm still doing. But throwing wise, I'm staying on the plan, and I'm staying, throwing every day and just still getting my work in. So when the time does come around where we get back on the field, I'm not set back at all.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask you because you're a pitcher, which means you need a catcher. There are not a lot of people around that can just catch 98 willy nilly. Who do you work out with, and how have you structured still doing some pitching stuff while you've been home?
So I actually stayed out in Arizona for a little bit while we were doing this whole quarantine thing, and we our actual catcher for that got drafted by the Diamondbacks is with the Diamondbacks. Nick D'Alessandro, he played for Purdue. Um, he caught our flat grounds for a little bit, and then I just got home 2 days ago. So still trying to find a catcher to catch my bullpens, but it's not my bullpen day yet. So still have a little time. My brother might have to toughen up a little bit and catch me in a bullpen. Um, but he hasn't caught for probably 10, 15 years now, so it's going to be tough on him. But I, it's just kind of I'm just kind of winging it right now until I can find a catcher. And
Less catcher, more hockey goalie.
that's right.
Uh, Before all of this happened, what was your first spring training like? What was it like being out in Arizona and getting ready for a professional season for the first time?
Yeah, I mean it was awesome. Honestly, waking up every day, going to the field, and everyone before I got to spring training and before I even got drafted, it's like spring training's a grind, and it's this, and it is a grind, but it's a fun grind. It's something I enjoyed, and going to the field every day, seeing the guys, and going out and getting your work done, and then hanging out afterwards. It was a great time, and um, I feel like I didn't even really experience much of it. It was there. I got a taste of it, and then boom, it was taken away. And it's like it's just crazy, crazy time.
What's the situation like for you when all of this is unfolding? Um, when did you start to realize, hey, we might have a problem?
Yeah, so we had a. It's crazy how it happened. So we got called in for a meeting. We had to come in early on the, I forget what day it was, but we came in early. They brought in the doctors, everyone, the medical people, and we had a big presentation over the coronavirus, how it's affecting the elder at the time. And it was more of we're going to stick to our plan. Um, no more like signing autographs, that kind of stuff. They toss that all away, and they just say sanitize. You guys shouldn't worry too much. And then I felt like it was 4 days later we were all walking down the hallways, and you see all the you know coaches and everything. They're all going in there. This is when like the NBA first got canceled, and we're like, I mean, it's coming. Like if the NBA is getting canceled, and some leagues in college they're getting canceled, it's like, man, I hope this isn't going to happen to us. And then that literally that night, we had a meeting at the hotel, the team hotel, and it was, hey, we're getting flights out tomorrow. Spring training's going to end a little early. Hopefully, we can get back out here before we start the season. We'll have like a brief spring training, and then it was boom. Next day, people were leaving. It was like, well, first off, we were just told that it wasn't anything really to worry about. We shouldn't be too concerned about it. Hey, everything in this world is getting shut down, and you guys are going home. And it was like it just got brought on us so fast,
That goes from 0 to 1,000 very quickly.
very quick.
How do you? Obviously, you're doing body weight stuff, and find somebody to be a backstop for you here. But how do you stay in game shape? Because I have to imagine at some point in time they're gonna there's almost going to be a snap of a finger, and they'll probably ship you out to wherever the affiliate you're going to play for is. How do you stay prepared for that drop of a hat and just being ready to do what you've got to do?
Do you want it, or do you not want it? So it's in my eyes, it's like, I'm gonna do everything that I can to make sure my body's mentally and physically prepared to when we do get that call to come back out for that short 2 weeks or a week or however long it is for that brief spring training, to be ready. I don't want to be that guy to show up and didn't do anything. It's like, okay, I ramped up, sat down, and now I'm gonna ramp up, and then I risk injury when I go out to the affiliate and I'm not physically and mentally ready for the season to start. The body weight stuff is enough to keep your body in shape, but I'd like to get some weights in, but I don't have anywhere to go and I don't have weights at home to do it. So um, I'm working with what I have.
So professional athletes and the average Joe are all on the same page right now.
Yeah, I mean we were going to parks and because we weren't allowed to go to the complex, so like literally we were throwing weighted balls at trees at a park, and it was like we made funny jokes like, "Oh, professional baseball players at parks throwing weighted balls at trees," like, and it's just crazy. I don't know.
You mentioned that when the coronavirus stuff first started kicking in, they told you no autograph signing anymore just to keep distance from everyone. What was the autograph signing experience like for you when you become a professional baseball player?
Yeah, it was a little weird at first, because I didn't know like what to do because it'd be like we're practicing and I'm going to the field to throw and you have guys standing on the side of the fence watching us and anytime they can say, Mr. Jameson, can you sign this? Or even other people, hey, can you sign this? Well,
Is it weird being Mr. Jameson, by the
it
way?
is kind of weird. And I honestly I didn't sign one until I saw someone else do it because I was like, am I supposed to do this? Like I was a little lost. So then once I saw someone do it, I was like, all right, maybe it's all right. But then again, I don't want to be that guy to blow people off because it's like, they're out and that's a hobby they like to do. And if I was in their shoes and I went out to spring training game trying to get someone's autograph, I would hope that they would sign my card as well. Now when they bring up the booklet and there's 30 cards in there, I'm sorry, man. I'll sign 4 or 5 of them, but I'm not going to sign all 30 of them.
Who's the most famous person you've come in contact with
Randy
through pro
Johnson.
baseball now?
That's
Who's that?
Randy Johnson.
How was that?
It was pretty awesome. When he called my name on draft night, it was pretty cool. And then when we went in, I mean, it's just crazy because when we were at spring training, we're going out and we're having a meeting. Randy Johnson's in baseball pants and he's out on the field throwing. He's throwing with some guys, and it's like, like I look at him and I'm like, man, like when I was growing up, you watch videos of this man and you see him smoke a bird and all this stuff. And I mean, he is like the icon of baseball or pitching in baseball. And it's like, he's standing right there and it's like, he's just a normal person, but I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of crazy. Like he's the guy that's walking around our facility every day. We see him every day. He talks to us and it's just like this is just a walking legend right here in front of us, and he's just a normal dude, and it's that's definitely the coolest thing, just walking out on the field and Randy Johnson out here throwing. With,
Did you think like, don't embarrass myself, like don't talk to him, don't? How do you respond?
I don't know how to talk to him. His voice is real deep, and he's a straightforward guy. He jokes a lot, but he's just straightforward, and um, yeah, I mean, you don't really know what to say to him because it's like I grew up and it's Randy Johnson, and then now he's right in front of me, and it's like, what do I say? Like, hey, what's up, Randy? Like it's just kind of weird, and so yeah, that's definitely yeah, he's definitely the one.